It's been decades since the O.J. Simpson case gripped the national attention, and we are now learning more about the evidence in this trial. The FBI releasing roughly 500 pages of documents on the 1994 stabbing deaths of Simpson's wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her acquaintance, Ron Goldman. The filings are said to focus on DNA evidence like fibers found at the crime scene and blood testing. Now, O.J., of course, was ultimately acquitted of all those murder charges in 1995. Now, the FBI says documents become public after a person's death. O.J. died of cancer in April at the age of 76. Joining me now, former CIA officer and FBI special agent, NewsNation national security contributor, Tracy Walder. Tracy, I, of course, was among those absolutely riveted and obsessed by this case for years and years and years. To you, what is the biggest revelation? For me, it's the shoes.
Thank you so much for having me, Caitlin. And that's actually exactly how I feel. It's absolutely the shoes. We heard so much in this case, especially, as I watched the trial unfold in real time about, the gloves not fitting and the house guest, Kato Kalin. But we actually heard very little about the shoes. They were mentioned, but I'm not sure we fully understood the breadth upon which these shoes were investigated. I mean, they had the FBI going to the manufacturing facility, and I don't think I fully realized how few pairs of these shoes were actually created.
And Tracy, I want to just give viewers a little bit of context here. We are talking about a pair of size 12 Bruno Magli shoes. They're very fancy shoes, and the prints were found at the crime scene. Now, O.J. Simpson long denied owning these shoes, even though apparently there were photos of him wearing these shoes. This does seem like a very significant piece of evidence. There also in the documents are evidence about blood on his socks, hair from Nicole Brown Simpson's dog found on a pair of black leather gloves, and of course these prints. This is a massive amount of evidence, and yet we ended up with this acquittal. I mean, would this have been significant if it was really dug into at trial?
So my guess is, and I know people aren't going to like the answer to this, but probably not. So as interesting as the information about the shoes is, the reality is it says that FBI agents went to really all of the Bruno Magli stores that they could find, and no one had any record of him purchasing those particular shoes. And when you have about just under 300 that were made, which isn't a lot, other people could have owned those shoes, and it didn't necessarily just point to O.J. Simpson. And so that's where there is unfortunately reasonable doubt about those shoes.
Fancy people never buy their own stuff. He probably had someone buy it for him. It's so interesting, though, to dive back into this all of these years later. And of course, he's not here, but everybody I know thinks he did it.
Look, I'm going to be completely honest in that I did too. I mean, when I'm at the FBI Academy, we had an FBI agent who taught us about forensics, who did process some of the forensics, and he thought that he did it as well. But unfortunately, with some of the complications that they had in trial and some of the complications with LAPD and processing evidence, I think that really was the nail in the coffin for the prosecution. And you're right, I don't think he purchased his own shoes. The problem is you don't have digital evidence and cellular evidence like we do today. And so they were really relying on word of mouth, which is tough.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.